Amanda Wheeler, please. From the American Vapor Manufacturers. Is that? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Go ahead. Press the microphone with the face. That'll turn on. When I see red, then you're taping. Okay, good.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Chairman Gaida, I wanted to start by thanking you and the members of the committee for including me here today on behalf of the American Vapor Manufacturers Association. We're an association of entrepreneurial businesses, large and small, including many manufacturers of the products sold right here in New Hampshire. There are nearly 150,000 adults in this state who vape nicotine, most of them in a valiant effort to quit smoking cigarettes. I know what that's like because I went through that myself. I am a cancer survivor, and even for years after my diagnosis, I still struggled to quit. But with the help of nicotine vaping, I was able to stop smoking for good and haven't looked back. My experience is part of a large constellation of stories from other former smokers who were able to use harm reduction methods to curtail and quit cigarettes altogether. That's documented in comprehensive studies in the New England Journal of Medicine and many other leading publications, and you will hear it echoed from every individual vaping product user in your constituencies. Those researchers and those ordinary citizens will also say that the process of quitting is different for each person. That's why the approach behind modified risk tobacco products has varied choices and different product options. Vaping worked for me, and by all accounts, it is the single most effective smoking cessation method ever devised. Leading health authorities believe vaping has 95% less risk than cigarettes. While vapor products are still making their way through FDA review, other innovative products have gone through a rigorous scientific process to receive a modified risk designation from the agency. Through the use of snus, Sweden has the lowest smoking rate in Europe. Only 5% of their population smokes. But many people find a different pathway that works for them, and that is the whole reason we're here today. Let's back the frame up and remember that the goal we all share is to maximize the possibilities and opportunities for all Americans to quit cigarettes in the way that is most effective for them. As advocates and policymakers, it can be tempting to play favorites or tilt the scales against approaches that we individually might not prefer. Do things my way, the thinking goes, and everything will turn out right. But that is what the Greeks called hubris, and it's a dangerous flaw in how we think about this crucial public health challenge. Here's the proof. In every state and locality around this country where taxes have been imposed on alternative forms of nicotine, the rates of people smoking cigarettes has gone up almost immediately. What's more, there's no safe threshold for that tax level. Economic studies show that taxes on these products have what's called an elastic effect, which means that any increase in the alternative to cigarettes results in people switching back to cigarettes when we make those alternatives more expensive. For all its self-admitted missteps on nicotine policy, even the FDA is recognizing that varied pathways for quitting smoking is essential for the American public. That's the stated reason why they have begun to give market authorization for some vaping products and also modified risk tobacco products like heat-not-burn options and modern oral products. The tax reduction for reduced risk products at issue today would usher in public health progress for New Hampshire. It would incentivize smokers to switch to products scientifically proven and deemed by the FDA to be less harmful by orders of magnitude. Remember, these are our fellow citizens that are trying bravely to take charge of their own health. They deserve our applause and our encouragement, not more obstacles and indifference to their struggle in the form of high taxes. Today, you have the opportunity to lend them a hand and not stand in their way. The outcome of this tax reduction is both obvious and inescapable. Fewer people smoking cigarettes with more affordable and viable ways to quit. That is a plain and simple solution, and that responsibility is on all of us. Thank you for your time and for listening.
Okay. Thank you for your testimony. Any questions from members of the committee? I do have a couple of questions, and I'm not sure whether anyone in here today might be able to answer them, but if you look at the fiscal note, it says that for modified risk tobacco products commercially marketed under USC 21 USC 387K G1, the rate is reduced 50%, and for those that are for an order issued under KG2, okay, it's reduced by 25%. Can you perhaps shed any light on why that differential in the tax rates exists? Or
You know,
what's
I
different about
might
the product?
defer that question back to Lindsay, actually, if that's all right.
Sure, that'd be fine.
Come take that one.
I'm not quite sure why that is, but it's a great question. I'd have to do a little bit more research on just the actual code. It might be just the different type of product categories. Like I said, in the 14 applications, 8 of them are smokeless, and then the other 2 are cigarette products. And then you have a whole new category when you look at vapor products that none of them have MRTPs right now, but they are all working through the marketing orders with the pre-market tobacco applications.
I would like that, if you get
Yeah,
that information. We're not
yeah.
going to exec this bill today in the absence of Senator D'Alessandro, so, again,
Look at that. Yep,
you
that's a
bring that,
fantastic
that'd be good.
question. Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions from members of the committee? Hearing none.